Yeah, so I have three games that we both play or have played before and experienced, and that's
Mm-hmm.
basically what we're going to be discussing. So we're going to be going from, hey, how was 2019? What
Mm-hmm.
can these games do to improve in 2020? Like, what are some of the major problems that we have seen so far? So we're
No.
going to start with Anthem as a game.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts about Anthem? Period.
Currently, like the game is okay, very nice looking, a little bit unstable when it comes to the hub area, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot of potential where in this genre, right? So, um, how should I say it? The the way they hyped up the game, everybody's expected, all right, this is the game you need to invest. I don't like investing money, time,
Yeah.
give up my children on to play, right? So it's like when it launched, I was like, yes, it looks good. First bug loading time. I was like, all right,
Yeah,
cool.
that was that. What is the name of that engine? Uh,
Frostbite.
yeah,
So I was like, all right. So loading time, I could handle that. Everybody will load the same SSD or well, technically hard drives load longer than SSDs and NVMe's. So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I was
That
like, all
that's
right, cool.
that's why it was a little bit different. Like when people would complain about certain things that I never experienced
Mm-hmm.
because I was using the SSD.
Yeah, and people who have NVMe drive, they will load faster than you because they have NVMe's. And all right, I was like, okay, that's a small bug. You did the first mission, everything was way nice, smooth. You loaded into the hub, that was another story. So it was
Hell yeah.
basically between AIs separating into different pieces or just frozen in one place or huge FPS drops. So like you could start off in like the mid 60s, hundreds, it doesn't matter. You will drop down to 30 or less.
Oh yeah.
They fix it with the hot fix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's good. But like tab to say you're gonna follow a roadmap, right? Even if the game is in a bad state, I don't think it was good to like abandon it. So like while stuff dropping with the roadmap, they should just implement fixes little by little instead of like
Yes.
completely abandoning.
Mm-hmm. I,
Because
I I was
yeah,
thinking about that too, because of course, the game was getting a lot of massive criticism here and there, but I was also thinking about like, you know what, like every game company always has a live service team and like a dev team, so they could just have the live service working on that bug and have the main dev team just keep on working on the roadmaps instead of
because
just
Bio and Activision is not well, I'm not saying it are not a small company. They are very large, so they could afford to like take let's say 12 people or even like 3 people from each team
Mhm.
and dedicate to a specific problem.
Yeah, and
Uh,
wasn't it around the same time when we heard that EA fired like 300 people?
yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
300.
that
I'm
that
I'm
was a
pretty
crazy thing.
I'm pretty sure these 300 people were the same ones that said, "Do not do this; it will fail." And they would, as Angry Joe's character does,
Mhm.
publish. You know,
Publish. So
we don't.
now, from your perspective, because I know you had a chance to play Anthem for a couple of
A month.
days, a
Yeah, a
whole
month.
month. Okay, so
Yeah.
you've had some good time to even check out the game. Even I think you were still using your old graphics card when you played it, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of FPS problems. So compatibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing they're gonna have to address in 2019. And if they move to Steam, oh, is it confirmed they moved to Steam or
It's
not?
not confirmed yet, but every of their other games, they already transition it little by little, and
Well, yeah, yeah, I should expect that because when the new Steam UI came out, it had games from Origin that were not on Steam originally,
mhm.
and they they push merit the second merit edge onto Steam. So most likely they will to get a better audience. But yeah, compatibility. That's a huge problem they're gonna have to fix, right? Before they move to Steam, because a lot of PC players don't have a censor button, especially on Steam.
Yes.
Because Valve allows players to say anything. You could swear, you could give a full on 100-page essay and it will be posted.
Yeah.
So
So what do you think about this comeback that they're trying to do? Like Anthem 2.0, they're trying to rebuild it, Like, what do you think has to be done? And, when? And what about the competition that it will be facing whenever they do decide to release it, maybe this year, or if they decide to postpone it to 2021?
all right, I don't mind being postponed until 2021, right? Because September, right, we have Cyberpunk, which will
Hmm.
be officially released because they delayed the original date, which was April,
Yes.
which is a good thing because I don't mind City Project Red doing that, because look at Witcher 3.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did that, and it even though the game has like minor bugs, give or take, right, it is still a wonderful
They have a good
game.
reputation already. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you can't do like ending of the year, because the fourth quarter of the year we have God 4, which is supposed to release around that time,
New
I believe.
consoles are also coming out. So
Yeah,
everybody's going to be broke and occupied with new releases and the new console.
yeah. So if the game is free, right, when the
Hmm.
PS5 comes out, I think that's what they're mostly waiting on. Like, they will release it when they have like the engine to run it on the PS5. They
Yeah,
might
and
try to run.
and maybe the Xbox Series X as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, console may be okay by that time, but PC
Hmm.
they need to ensure that there is that optimization. So what about like competition into a free to play space? Because right now, and we're gonna discuss those two later on. Right now
All
we
right.
have we have Warframe, we have Borderlands, we have Destiny 2, which is also has its own free to. Like, do you think Anthem can even still compete in a comeback?
Yes. All right. You have to take it in like this, right? Warframe and Destiny. I'm not too sure about Borderlands as yet, but yeah, Warframe and Destiny, right? It has a time period in both games. Like Warframe, Destiny has a season pass uh set up now, right? So they don't just like drop one DLC, you wait half a year, and every 3 months is something to do. And in those 3 months, it's split. You wouldn't have something new to do every week. You might have to wait 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Like how this week we didn't have nothing to do, next week we won't have nothing to do, but on the 28th we'll have the Bastion quest, right?
Yes, that's true.
In that time period, same goes for Warframe. When you have Nightwave, right? You finish all your Nightwave missions, you have nothing to do. Let's say you're in the 1.1% of the uh players on Steam that already hit Master Rank 28. So you max everything. You're gonna have nothing to do. So in that time period where you have nothing to do in both games, the Anthem could exceed everyone's expectations.
That is a very good assessment of that. They could monopolize on those downtimes, and
Yep.
do you think that it would be better for them to also have like a seasonal pass thing? Maybe not
Yeah.
monetary, but at least a progression seasonal pass thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Because
okay.
that's the way how stuff right now. Current places in the EU and soon to be NA, they will stop loot boxes, right? So no more RNG based rewards, right?
Yes.
So if someone has a specific reward, let's take that Saint 2, right? We have the Saint 14 armor set from what's his name, the Righteous armor set, right?
Yes.
It looks very nice. It has good stats, and there's the ornaments for it, and then there's the exotic and whatnot. Some people want to drive towards that, or just want to have like on their emblems. They just want to have high numbers on their emblems, just to say, I played this season, I did X amount of stuff.
That's true.
Basic PC gamer elitism. I want to be better than you in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So having some towards to work on is great. So for one season, let's say the winter update was a season, right? Those who played the winter update, right?
Yes.
They have X rewards to show off for when some new player comes in and be like, hey, where did you get this gun, this skin or whatever, right? They'd be like, you only could have gotten it during the winter update. It had a
And
event.
that is a good thing because one of the things that myself and a lot of few other people in the community like with Anthem, one of the things that we have an issue with is that the fact that a lot of times when we have this new seasons and that season is over, it's like they just wipe every single thing that was good that the season brought. Like it's like we had Cataclysm in the situation with the Elysian chest. It came, and when it was over, they just cleaned the whole thing up, and now we have to wait like a whole 2-3 weeks before the next season starts, and there's literally nothing to do. And personally, I feel like that can also be dangerous because now players will leave and they might not come back in a very competitive season.
Yeah, I understand like remove it as a quote unquote programmer, even though I hate programming. Um, the process of like continuously adding stuff to the game will just increase the size of the game itself. I understand like removing some stuff, but not everything. Okay, it has
Yeah.
like core stuff that you realize the community love and could grind for. You could keep those, right? But regular miscellaneous side quest stuff, you could just remove those off the bat, right?
Yes.
So, what's a good example? Menagerie, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Originally, the annual pass, most stuff from in Destiny 2 was supposed to leave, right? I
Mm-hmm.
believe. You could quote me if I was wrong. Menagerie would, let's say, they remove Menagerie. The majority of the PvP, even the PvE community, would have been very upset with that because this was an easy grind. You could grind for
Oh
multiple weapons
yeah.
at once, right? Instead of having to keep on running one by one.
That's true.
So, um, yeah, like you could remove some stuff, but not like stuff that you know that will attract people. That could, because let's say Anthem had a PvP mode, right?
Oh yeah, that would be really
Let's
nice.
say it's like Titanfall PvP, how it used to be, right?
Yes.
You're gonna have some hardcore PvP players, right? But
Oh,
let's say
that's true.
say that this PvP is just for one season only. That would be bad because how would these hardcore players be like? Want to tell their friends, I will I wanted to play this game. Come and play. That means because the minute you have one person that's saying that will tell a friend, come and play this game. That's like you can count that as an easy $60
Oh
paid for
yeah.
your game,
That
even if
is
the game is
that
free.
is true. And if you decide to remove something like a PvP, that means you just wiped the entire progress of everybody. But
Yep.
yeah, that's we can end it with Anthem right there.
Mhm.
The next one is going to be Warframe. I know you still play Warframe avidly. I
What?
hop in. I
What you
I
mean avidly, bro? I have been playing Warframe like a grain of rice, bro. If I've not been doing Destiny 2, I would play Warframe. I'm not gonna lie. From since high school, I'd play Warframe every day. Even in class, I'd have my laptop on me and be like, teacher teaching class, and I'll be playing Warframe, like, you know.
but
But
now it's just like,
you see, old Warframe versus new Warframe, right? The old Warframe, you had a sense of accomplishment towards like grinding out stuff,
mhm.
but now it's like, everybody like keys and fishers, right? Back in the day, you grinded for your keys and you ran in groups and prayed that you can remember you. It was only you to get your own rewards, right?
Yeah,
So you could have spent like 4 hours in an interception mission, and
and just keep on farming. And,
yeah,
and I think for us as players who have been playing for a long time, and I want to say it also has to do with age, but then I also want to say it also has to do with how long we've been playing it, regardless of how old we are. I think we're getting to the point where we're valuing our time more than anything. Where even
Yeah,
if we don't spend money in the game, we're like, man, I'm spending 1 hour on this stuff and I'm still getting the same rotation of items.
as the saying go, time is money. So, you know, and
Exactly.
like it's like this, right? How can I put this? Uh, I'm trying to find like perfect wording for this. Uh, Rewards, right? Let's go rewards for the game, right? It used to be that rewards meant something.
Oh yeah.
Trading meant some. Alright, I can't even have rewards. I don't even I don't even know where to actually start with Warframe. Man. It's just a
How
bug.
about this? Let's start with Empyrean. What do you think about Empyrean? The rewards, like, is it valuing your time? What about the bugs? Like, is this sustainable content?
Like
Yeah.
Empyrean, right? Concept, great, right? Who wouldn't like flying spaceship? You know, there's
Mm-hmm.
Warframe in space to begin with, so yeah. Rewards, it feels lackluster, right? Because you're not getting for the amount that you spend approximately 6 days, right? So almost a whole week building this ship, right?
Yeah.
Empyrean drops. You go out, you do the mission. The mission was fun at first, but then it started to get repetitive. And your rewards aren't that great because you're getting random rules on certain parts. Uh you're getting mostly relics and resources. While you could have just added something. Well, it has two new weapons, only two new weapons added into that railjack mix. So
Yeah.
and the
Cause,
RNG
Cause I
is
feel
great.
like like the progression system of it was lacking. We already locked into this dynamic with DE where um like time gating stuff is another layer of difficulty in Warframe.
Yeah,
But one of the biggest problem is that there is no replayability for Empyrean after you already completed and got the two weapons that you wanted to get. And I know a couple of different people on YouTube have mentioned this, and we all know this, that the Lich system was supposed to be coupled with Empyrean. And I
yeah,
think that would have given Empyrean a lot of replayability and reward system because you want new weapons, you want Lich weapons, play Empyrean. You want to hunt down Leech, play Empyrean. That would have been the goal because it's a combined package instead of. First of all, don't even get me started on the Lich system on how shitty that one is when it
well,
comes to
well,
like the
this
RNG.
Steve, well, they fixed the RNG bug with well, you could constantly get same weapon over and over. It's gonna be that you're gonna get other weapons, but after you complete all the weapons, you're just gonna get like randoms of every other one. It still has it's not guaranteed you're gonna get a new weapon, but it's a higher chance, right?
That's good.
They said they're gonna reduce the murmur count because that murmur, like I have my fourth or fifth lich now, and I don't want to farm murmurs because it's too slow. So I most likely might wait until
Yeah.
it
I After
it's
I got
improved.
my first Lich, that was just it. Like
Yeah.
after the first one, it was just so much of a and like you and I know we both play Destiny 2 and we don't mind grinding. But
Mhm.
like the grind was just tedious.
Mhm.
I think one of the turnoffs for me was the combination system and the RNG with it. I just didn't want to have to keep on slotting new stuff in every now and then, and
Yeah. Well, after a while, you just get used to it. Like when you're farming the title, some you're just like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this. But it's kind of good that after you rank up your chalice in Destiny 2, that
hmm
you can get more than one job.
exactly.
That was like great.
So from a veteran perspective, You've been playing this game for a long time now. You know the ins and outs of it. Trade chat, farming, all that stuff.
Yeah,
You know
but,
that part.
quote unquote veteran. Uh, uh,
Veteran.
a strong word, a very strong
A
word.
very strong word. What do you think about the direction of the company in terms of casualizing the game in what some will consider the wrong way, where they take, cosmetics over real content?
All right, so all right. Basically, what's gonna take place if they continue to like over casualize the game? You're gonna lose all your long lasting players, right? They will come, watch what it has, see if something interesting. Check. Most all the long lasting players have a lot of platinum, even if they don't have more than 100 platinum or
Mm-hmm.
less than 100 platinum. They could easily sell like two, three stuff out of their inventories and then make back a couple thousand, right?
Yeah.
And they'll just buy, level, and disappear, right? And that's not a good thing because when you do that, right? When the new players come now, who's gonna tell them anything? Because the tutorial system for Warframe, like when I started Warframe, the minute I finished that first mission, I could have swore that was the end of the games, and I uninstalled after that. Then I reinstalled it, not knowing this is the game I had before. I was like, this is like after like a year or something.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh,
That's, and the thing is, every new player becomes a veteran after like 6 months or so to a
yeah.
year. You become a vet because you have a substantial knowledge and hours into the game. And if you're not getting satisfied after a whole year, you leave, which means the pool of veterans is going to be getting smaller every single time, even though they may have this new influx of players. But what is the point of it if everything
Al-
just vanishes?
Always remember, right? Even though you have new players spending money, it's always the veteran players that have the stuff that they want to buy. So without the veteran players, they won't have no initiative to buy stuff, right?
Oh
So like
yeah.
all the rare mods and whatnot that they don't know how to farm, who they're gonna farm. Even the veterans that will deliberately scam new players out of the plat, right? They make sure to make them buy platinum.
So I
Just
I got a quick question in terms of bugs, like, because I see a lot of people complain about it. From what you've seen in it, because I didn't experience much bugs in
Empyrean.
that in the Empyrean, because I haven't even built my railjack, and all I did was just tagged along with someone. That was it. That was it.
For
And
me, the
like,
only yeah.
oh, I was going to ask, like, well, like, how big, like, how crazy was the bugs? Was it like Fallout 76 level of bugs, Anthem
Nah,
level
nah,
of
nah.
bugs, or?
Nah. It won't do, right? It was like minor stuff, so like one like where you have a hole breach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the model wouldn't load back that part, right? Small stuff. But my gripe is when you're using the turrets, right? The skybox itself has a black surround, right? So sometimes when when you're looking, it will just cover your entire screen,
Oh
and you
man.
can't shoot. That's my only gripe. Other than that, it's like pretty normal. Just a
So
little
so
bit.
in terms of like new war and all this new updates, the very paradox. I
Oh,
mean, we're in
you mean
2020 now.
you
When
mean next you mean next year's war and 2023's the
the
very
very, I mean, when can we expect? Because based on Warframes, what we've seen with DE for a long time, we know that a lot of these updates they will probably not drop it at the same time. It will be split up. Even new war might be broken into a 6 weeks period type of stuff. When can we expect the first rollout of new war or the very paradox?
if I had to make a strong guess, somewhere around October.
So
I'd,
with all the new releases and stuff.
yeah, for some odd reason, yeah. Like, hmm. On the other hand, they could work it to have like during Tenocon itself, like what they did last year, which is actually good when they dropped Nightwave and a Prime Access in the same day. I was kind of mighty confused on that because it was supposed to drop like the week after, but I was like, all right, cool. I made a bet for like 5,000 platinum and lost 5,000 platinum, but all right,
Oh my god.
yeah, 5,000
Yeah,
little small.
I think summer would be a really good window because summer there's nothing to do. It's all conventions. Gamers are gonna be bored most of the time, so
Mm-hmm.
dropping the update during summer is and it's going to give them more publicity as well. You know, which will put the game in a positive light and alert a lot of veterans to maybe come back and even play the game.
If you could drop like really nice content dead after Tenocon, you could sell Ice to a polar bear,
Oh
if you
yeah,
understand what I'm saying.
because like what you're saying, let's just say we max it out to 500,000 people
Mm,
combined viewing on all platforms. If
mm,
we take, even if you take 20, like say 20%
mm,
of that viewership to that, you say they're gonna hop into the game, that's 100,000 people right there.
mm-hmm.
You
And what
know,
it does, right, for like game reviewers, like you scale up Angry Joe, all these other people, right?
yeah.
The minute they pop up in someone's recommended and they see Warframe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know when you join, you can't actually do everything. You have a whole cinematic lineup before you could. This is
Yeah.
gonna actually force players to actually spend platinum. And I cannot make a rough. If I had to guess, DE makes more than maybe 100 million in plat.
Oh yeah, in the
Every
in 2018 they made 200 and something $1 million in total in terms of
yeah,
revenue. 2019,
it dropped.
yeah, it dropped probably to like 100 and maybe 150 million or 160.
Yeah, so like they could make so much, but then again, right? It's always like the, they're setting the bar too high, right? Don't want to do this, don't want to do that, right? Take it slow. You're not
Oh
an indie
yeah.
developer anymore, right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You is it double A or triple A now?
Um, dub. I'd like to say they're a AAA developer,
Yeah,
right?
cuz they have more than 300 people.
Yeah, and like if you watch dev stream yesterday, they spoke about an infested open world. I heard that, and my brain rendered 2026 right there, right?
No, 20 in the fashion. By the time it comes out, the players who were banned will be able to return 2035.
Don't speak about bans because Warframe needs to change their support.
Oh my god.
I have a account that spent so much money on, right? After it got hacked, I got back my stuff
Yeah.
and I got banned for no reason. Explain ask why? Because of reason. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
not a reason.
Oh
Like
yeah. Like support is really terrible. Now I will tell you another one that has a terrible, ridiculous support.
that's one thing they're gonna have to change. Like if they want to
Eh,
up their game, change it. So get like
Bruh,
a really
bro,
nice
you
support
think
team.
DE is bad? Like EA support, I don't know. They might be worse. EA support might be worse. Like, bro, every time you get on there, you getting forwarded to some guy in India somewhere.
That's why I like Bungie support. The minute you type in the forum that something happens, bro,
Mm-hmm.
Amal will message you within an hour time, and he will
Bro,
ask
hell
for your
yeah.
crash files, your X, Y, and Z files, and ask you to do some stuff. And if it still crashes or whatever, he'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, I'm gonna pass it along to the dev team. We'll see what we can do." Like, okay, you might not fix it this season or next season, but I know it will be fixed at some point.
Oh yeah, that is always a good thing to know. Like when
Hmm.
support is willing to help. Speaking of Bungie, how are you enjoying the season so far?
All
Destiny
right.
2.
All right. This season, it started off nice. It died down. But with this puzzle now, they have people going on like 2 days, trying to break 3 days no sleep. And I like this puzzle because it's not an IOB labs where we stressed out and we're like, okay, I gotta stay. I'm not gonna go to class today. You understand? I'm gonna do this puzzle. But then I think it was maybe Activision that told them that, okay, you're gonna have to unlock it because people complaining. No,
Oh
you don't do
yeah.
that. You let everyone suffer. You said you have nothing to do. You have something to do until the 28th when our exotic quest comes out. And when the 28th comes out, a new boss for the Sundial comes out. So
Oh yeah.
and
That's when the new exotic comes, right?
yeah. Um and one thing I like about Legend Sundial, it ain't like Sundial on a whole. Regular Sundial ain't even a pushover like some content. Cause you could get melted in a half a second.
So
Would
it's
get
like,
for Legend Sundial.
so in terms of like PvP, what do you think about PvP? Because it's been a
Oh,
hit or miss for me so far this season.
alright. They actually like they said it has skill based matchmaking, and I believe that first until I actually started competitive this season.
Bro, skill based matchmaking is a lie. It does not, bro. It does not exist, man.
Bro, last season when Shadow keep you up, we had a bunch of new players. So it was easy to get to legend because we had a bunch of players that think they know what they're doing, right? And had the aim of a cockroach using a fork, right? And this season now, people got good. But where does the skill based matchmaking come into play now?
Bro,
Because
I'm playing like I just played some comp matches this morning, and it felt like I was playing against gods. You gotta say now, I'm not terrible and shitty in the Crucible, but I can
Mhm.
hold my own in regular comp with an average of 20 kills per match and per
Yeah,
game. And I
yeah.
really have a pretty good win ratio if I have a good team. However,
Mhm.
it's just like I don't know how they match it, but I get matched with stupid people.
Mhm.
Like I was playing this morning, I died one time, and then by the time I was revived, all I could hear was "You're out of lives." I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Basically, I had my teammates just running out, just feeding them kills, feeding them kills, feeding them kills, and we end up in a situation where I'm seeing a sign or an alert on the screen saying, "Oh, you're the last guardian standing," and that is a terrible thing because I'm definitely not on the same level as these people on my team. I
Yep.
might be around the same level as the people on the other team, but the people that I got matched with are really bringing me down.
Mhm.
And sometimes you have terrible teammates, shitty teammates, and you get matched against crucible gods and you just get demolished. You get
I
annihilated.
I told you the situation when I was trying to go for Komodo, like maybe last week, right?
Oh yeah.
I went, did a couple matches, win lose, win lose. It just all depends, right? But then it's okay, like your team is good, right? So you win lose. But when you have people deliberately like trying to feel, 'cause I had a situation where a dude just kept on standing still and looking down. I was like, "Yo, what's up? You keep on dying, right? Try to stop." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, he was like, his mouse keeps dropping, and I was like, "Wait, what?" I'm
Like what the
confused.
hell?
Why, if your mouse is given shot, why would you hop into competitive and like trigger people?
Exactly, bro.
I was like,
Exactly.
I told the dude, don't, right? He was like, salty much. I was like,
Like, bro,
I was
like
like,
we
I was
you
on the
put in
point
you
of getting.
putting comp points on the line here. Like these people don't understand.
Yeah, if luckily this was like lower level match. If this was somewhere wrong, like
5,500, close to 5,500, or
I would have
even
been
3,100 or something.
yeah, I would have been triggered and decided to make bots to kill his profile, you know?
Oh, bro, I would have reported people. I was like,
Oh,
hey, they throwing game. Like this dude is
I
literally throwing the game.
I reported him for griefing, and the dude decided to add me after the. I still have this dude friend request like right here. I was like, oh, okay.
But in terms of PVE though, like I think we can all agree that, compared to, the first two games, like, Warframe and Anthem, in terms of PVE, Bungie is really going above and beyond, even when it comes to quests and,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Like raids, the
and
big word that.
being rewarded. Like I tell people all the time who get tired of Warframe at times, I'm like, man, you want to play a game with an end game? Hop on Destiny 2. Even if you're a free player, you got like 4 raids that you can do.
Yeah. And one gives you a pinnacle, right? So
Exactly.
let's speak about raids, right? Uh, Anthem doesn't have a raid as yet, right?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna building one at some point, right? Even
Mm-hmm.
could spell got a raid, even though it's not really a raid, but more like a
Like a
uh,
like an incursion type of thing.
yeah, kind of, right? It's just like the big boss and all 6 of you all trying to attack. And there's no weak boss that you could finish in like 5 minutes. That takes a whole half an hour to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, raids make the MMO
Bro,
RPG.
you speaking words of wisdom right now, man. Like for real.
No matter if a raid is broken, it is needed.
Raids are the ultimate end game.
Yep. That I've seen raids make a lot of friends, bro. Like I have
Bro.
people I talk to that used to play like World of Warcraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
They used to raid together and they are friends up till this day. And I was like, damn.
Bro, like that's one of the really good thing about it. And I think that's one thing that just saddens me when DE took it out for, the reasons that they claim was, it was too hard to, maintain and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like raids, like I have a lot of people on Discord right now that I met through raids. Either they taught me the raid or I taught them the raid or we did a
Hmm.
raid together for the first time.
Yep.
It was just those memories and those precious moments where you're like, oh my god,
Ex-
we made it. Take a
especially
screenshot.
especially when you have like a very funny team. So you have like they did 3 funny people and all of you all tell jokes while doing the raid, kill people on purpose,
Oh
all
hell
fun and
yeah.
games. Unless it's like a world sword or like something that everybody's striving for, you
Hmm.
know, you ain't gonna rub. But like once like your friends that you're doing the raid with, it's always fun.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That's one of the really good things about it. Now, before we like close it out, because we know it's doing it a little bit short. We don't want to like breach
You,
the 1 hour mark.
you,
What do you think, like starting from Anthem, Warframe, and Destiny, what do you think these games can improve on in 2020?
Anthem compatibility. Uh, well, they're already gonna swap Frostbite engine because that was never supposed to be a MMORPG game. But yeah, that there and well, they already have like the rewards that you'll need to strive towards, but I think it might be harder difficulty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same goes for Warframe, right? I want difficulty. I don't want stupid AI that I could dash past, right?
Yep.
And well, we already have this many guns. I don't mind if you slow down on guns, right? Because you're always gonna have fodder, mastery fodder, and you have your main guns you run with, right?
True.
Um, go back to the old days, like when you had to know the former and you invest in former, not slap a ribbon, you know.
Gone are the days.
Destiny 2. Destiny 2. I like where the game is headed. I have
Hmm.
nothing much to say.
That's actually a good thing to hear. Like, hey, I like where this game is headed. There's
Yep.
nothing much to say because I don't think I don't think we can say the same for all these other games. Of course, With Anthem situation, we're in limbo, so we don't even see the next product, but we're still not happy with the current state of the game. With
What?
Warframe, we see where it's headed, and we're just like,
Stop this train right here. All right. So the only gripe with Destiny 2, PvP. Just fix that, right?
yeah,
PvE, okay.
just fix that matchmaking.
Cough,
Thing.
cough. Return the recluse. Yeah. Yeah. That's about it.
Well, yeah. All right. That's going to be it. Wrapping it up for the podcast. Thanks for joining me. You sound crispy with the new microphone, the new audio. All right, man. All right, guys. Everybody have a good one.
Yeah.